Have you ever wondered why we're told to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day? What if I told you that this habit may have less to do with human biology and more to do with modern routines? Before you dismiss that idea, stay with me, because what you're about to learn could completely change the way you think about food, hunger, and your health. For decades, we've been taught that eating 3 meals a day is the only healthy way to live. Miss breakfast, and people warn that your metabolism will slow down. Skip lunch, and they say your body will go into starvation mode. But is that really what science shows? Or have we simply accepted a routine without ever questioning where it came from? The truth is, your body is far more intelligent than most people realize. It wasn't designed to constantly digest food from the moment you wake up until you go to bed. In fact, some of your body's most important repair processes only become active when you're not eating. Think about it. Every time you eat, your body has a job to do. It has to digest food, absorb nutrients, manage blood sugar, and store excess energy. But what happens when there are long periods without food? Instead of shutting down, your body switches into a completely different mode. It begins using stored energy, improves its metabolic efficiency, and starts repairing cells that may have been damaged over time. This natural transition is one of the main reasons intermittent fasting has become one of the most talked about health strategies in the world. Now, this doesn't mean everyone should immediately stop eating 3 meals a day. Your age, medical conditions, medications, and lifestyle all matter. But understanding how your body responds to longer gaps between meals can help you make smarter decisions about your health. And that's exactly what we're going to explore in this video. Over the next few minutes, you'll discover what really happens inside your body when you stop eating 3 meals a day, how your metabolism changes hour by hour, the surprising benefits researchers have observed, the common mistakes that prevent people from seeing results, and who should be cautious before trying this approach. Some of these findings may surprise you, especially if you've always believed that eating more often is the healthiest choice. So before you reach for your next snack or plan your next meal, let's first understand what your body is actually designed to do, and why changing when you eat can sometimes be just as important as changing what you eat. To understand why meal timing matters, let's look at what actually happens inside your body after you finish eating. During the first few hours, your digestive system is hard at work breaking down carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Your blood sugar rises, insulin is released, and your body begins using some of that energy immediately while storing the rest for later. This is a completely normal process. But if you continue eating every few hours, your body stays in the storage mode for most of the day, leaving very little time to tap into its own energy reserves. As more hours pass without another meal, something interesting begins to happen. Your insulin levels gradually fall, and your body starts looking for a different fuel source. Instead of relying only on the food you just ate, it begins using the energy you've already stored. First, it draws from glycogen, the stored form of glucose found mainly in your liver and muscles. Once those stores begin to decline, your body slowly shifts toward burning fat. This transition doesn't happen instantly, but as your body becomes more efficient, many people notice they don't feel as hungry as they expected. At the same time, your brain also begins adapting. Rather than depending entirely on glucose, it can start using compounds called ketones, which are produced when fat is broken down. Many people report feeling more focused, mentally clear, and productive during this stage. While individual experiences vary, researchers have found that the brain is remarkably capable of using ketones as an alternative source of energy during periods of fasting. Another fascinating process may also begin during longer fasting periods. Your body starts increasing its natural maintenance and recycling activities. Instead of constantly processing incoming food, it can devote more resources to removing worn-out cellular components and supporting normal repair mechanisms. Scientists are still studying exactly how these processes affect long-term health, but this shift is one of the reasons intermittent fasting has attracted so much scientific interest in recent years. However, this is also where many people make their biggest mistake. They assume that eating only once a day means they can eat anything they want. In reality, the quality of that single meal becomes even more important. If your meal is loaded with ultra-processed foods, sugary drinks, and empty calories, your body won't receive the nutrients it needs to support energy, muscle maintenance, and overall health. Meal timing can be helpful, but it can never fully compensate for a poor quality diet. As your body continues adapting over the following days, even more noticeable changes begin to occur. Fat burning becomes more efficient, hunger hormones start adjusting, and several powerful metabolic changes become easier to maintain than most people expect. But the real question is, what actually happens inside your body when you follow one meal a day for 30 days? Because the goal of OMAD is not simply to stop eating. The real purpose is to shift your body into a different metabolic state, where it starts using stored fat for energy more efficiently. After the first few days, as your body begins to adapt to fasting, many people notice changes in their energy levels, focus, and cravings. What surprises many people is that when they stop eating every few hours, their constant hunger often starts to decrease. This happens because insulin levels become more stable, and the body slowly breaks the habit of demanding food throughout the day. But there is something extremely important to understand. OMAD does not mean you can eat anything you want during your one meal. If you fast for 23 hours and then fill your body with processed foods, sugary drinks, and low-quality calories, you are not giving your body the nutrients it needs for repair and recovery. Your one meal needs to be nutrient-dense. It should contain high-quality protein, healthy fats, and plenty of vegetables. Protein becomes especially important as we age, because maintaining muscle becomes more challenging. Losing weight while losing muscle is not a true healthy transformation. This is why foods like eggs, fatty fish, quality meat, green vegetables, avocados, nuts, and fermented foods can be valuable choices. These foods provide essential vitamins, minerals, and amino acids that support your body's strength, recovery, and overall function. Another fascinating thing that happens during fasting is the increase in growth hormone. Growth hormone is often called the body's repair hormone because it plays a role in muscle recovery, tissue repair, and fat metabolism. When your body is not constantly focused on digestion, it can redirect energy toward other important repair processes. However, it is important to remember that every person's body is different. Some people adapt to OMAD quickly and feel incredible benefits, while others need more time. If you experience dizziness, extreme weakness, or unusual symptoms, it may be a sign that your routine needs adjustment. One of the most common questions people ask is whether eating only once a day slows down your metabolism. Many people worry that fewer meals will damage their metabolism. But the human body is not that simple. Your body adapts according to the environment you create. During fasting, the body can learn to use energy more efficiently. One of the biggest changes many people notice is improved mental clarity. When your body is not constantly busy digesting food throughout the day, many people report feeling more focused and mentally sharp. This may be linked to the increase in ketones during fasting, which provide the brain with an alternative fuel source. But before starting OMAD, another important factor must be considered. Your sleep, stress levels, hydration, and electrolyte balance all play a major role. If you are fasting but not sleeping properly or not getting enough essential minerals, you may struggle instead of seeing positive results. After 30 days, many people notice changes in their body. Their waist size may decrease, cravings may become easier to control, energy levels may feel more stable, and they may develop a healthier relationship with food. But the most important thing to understand is that fasting is not a magic solution. It is simply a tool that can work very well for some people. Your results depend on what you eat during your meal, how consistent you are, and how well you support your overall lifestyle. At the end of the day, the biggest benefit of one meal a day may not simply be eating fewer meals. The real benefit is giving your body a chance to spend less time constantly processing food and more time focusing on balance, repair, and recovery. And when you understand how your body burns fat, repairs itself, and adapts to fasting, OMAD stops being just about skipping meals and becomes a powerful lifestyle strategy. Remember, your body has an incredible ability to adapt and heal when you give it the right environment. One meal a day is not about starving yourself. It's about understanding your body and making smarter choices. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who wants to take control of their health.